student. So last class we discussed about the atomic number and about the electronic configuration, about the orbital representation of an atom, okay, of an atom electrons. Then last class we discussed about the valency, okay. So in this class we are going to discuss about the atomic mass. There is a new topic. The topic is what? Atomic mass. So this is also very important part, okay. So to discuss that, first we have to recall something, that for an atom there are three parts are there, okay. So the first there are three parts are there. First one is what? There is electrons are there. There is a electron, then there is a neutron. There is a neutron. Then also there is another part is what? This is proton, okay. So thing is what? The neutron is negatively charged, okay, and the neutron is neutral. It is not positive or negative. Then electron is negatively charged. So as the electron is negatively charged, so also electron has very negligible amount of mass, okay. The mass of the electron can be negligible, that is, you cannot consider it. Suppose you have 10 kg of rice, okay. Then if I add only one single piece of rice to that 10 kg of rice, then there will not be any changes, okay. So that is can be negligible. So similarly, that way the electron mass can be negligible, so we cannot consider the electron mass. So here we are going to consider only that mass of proton and mass of neutron, okay. We are going to consider the mass of proton and mass of neutron, okay. So for that, what is important? See, always remember, already I have told you that the number of proton is always equal to number of neutron, okay. We know about that, number of proton equal to number of neutron. But thing is what? When we are going to consider the mass of a particular atom, then we have to calculate the what? Total sum of the number of proton plus number of neutron. For example, suppose consider oxygen. We are considering oxygen, okay. So oxygen have 8 number of proton. It has 8 number of proton. Also it has 8 number of neutron. We are not considering the electron mass because electron mass is very much negligible. So oxygen has 8 number of proton and 8 number of neutron. Then oxygen atomic mass will be what? The sum of these. So 8 plus 8 equal to 16, okay. Now oxygen atomic mass is what? 8 plus 8 equal to 16. But there is some cases are there. See, consider carbon, okay. Generally we know that carbon have 6 proton and 6 neutron. 6 proton and 6 neutron. When carbon have 6 proton and 6 neutron, then the carbon atomic mass will be what? The atomic mass will be 6 plus 6 equal to 12, okay. Then 6 plus 6 equal to 12, okay. But there is some cases are there when we get what? Carbon 14, okay. In this case what happens? The carbon, suppose there is a carbon, okay, number of proton remains same, 6. Number of proton, 6 proton. But what happened here? The number of electron goes on increasing. So the number of neutron will be different. Suppose it is like around, say, carbon 12, carbon 14 and carbon 16. So here you can 8. Suppose 8 numbers of neutrons are there. Now in last class we have discussed that number of proton and number of neutron are always equal. But always remember that neutron is neutral. Neutron is a neutral, okay. As it is a neutral, so neutron number never affect, okay. As the neutron number never affect, so whether the number of neutron is 8 or whether the number of neutron is 6, it does not affect the atom structure. That's why this time the atomic number will be what? Atomic mass will be, this time atomic mass will be 6 plus 8, you will get 14. Okay, so that this there are sometimes some atom, so this characteristic they are showing 2-3 atomic mass. Okay, why this is happens? Because that in that time there may be number of proton maybe sometimes never equal to the number of neutron. Okay, and that type of atoms are known as isobars. That type of atoms are known as isobars. Okay, so isobar is what? The number of proton, that type of atom where the number of proton and number of neutron are not equal. Okay, now we have another thing to discuss: how to represent an atom with atomic number and atomic mass. See, suppose we are considering carbon. The atomic number is what? Atomic number 6 and atomic mass equal to what? 12. So when the carbon have atomic number 6 and atomic mass 12, then you can write these three atom along with the atomic number, atomic mass in a formulated way. Okay, the way is what? First you have to write the symbol of the atom, which is C. Then in the upper end, upper left, you have to write the atomic mass, that is 12. Okay, and in the left bottom line you have to write the atomic number. That means if we have given any compound like that, then we are asked what is the atomic number and atomic mass, then you can clearly say what? The atomic number is 6 and the atomic mass is 12. Okay, suppose you have given like that 16O8, then what you can say? The atomic number is 8 and atomic mass is 16. Then suppose you have given chlorine, for chlorine 1735 or 37 chlorine 17. In these two cases you can clearly say that what? Chlorine have, now you can say that this is the atomic mass and this is the atomic number, but you can now see there that their atomic mass are different. Why it is different? Because just now I have told you that maybe sometime the number of proton and the number of neutron may be not equal, and that time these cases are arise. Okay, so if you write 37 atomic number of atomic mass of the chlorine 37, then your answer will be correct. And again if you write the atomic number of chlorine is 35, then again your answer will be correct. Okay, that means you can write the both answer. Okay, now question arises, how to give quantity for a atomic mass. Okay, suppose, see here, suppose this is carbon dioxide. So in this carbon dioxide, the carbon is the atom and oxygen is also an atom. Okay, the number of carbon atom is 1 and the number of oxygen atom is 2. So if we are asked to find, obviously as this is a compound or as this is a molecule, okay, there will be mass are there, that is there will be mass. Okay, generally to measure distance we use the unit kilometer, meter, and to measure the weight we use the unit what? Kilogram, gram, decigram, decagram, hectogram, whatever we use. But here the condition is what? Here it is about the atom, which cannot be seen through the naked eye. Okay, which is microscopic compound or microscopic particle. So for that we have to use the mass unit. We have to get some definite and extra unit or quantity. Okay, so earlier the scientists do what? They compare the mass of the atomic mass of oxygen. The atomic mass of oxygen, they always compare this as a 16. Okay, the atomic mass of oxygen is always 16. So they always compare the mass of all compound or all atom with respect to the 1/16 of mass of oxygen. They always compare this is what with 1/16 of mass of oxygen. They took that 1/16 as a unit to measure the mass of an atom and molecule. But later on, when the scientists do researches, they do what? They did the carbon, take them as a unit measurement. They took the carbon atomic mass, which is what? 12. Okay, so for that they consider as a what? For every atom they consider as a 1/12 of carbon atom. Okay, so for understanding, suppose you have given an atom like say X atom mass. We are actually find out mass of the X atom. Okay, then what we need to do? We need to compare this mass with the mass of carbon atom. Understood? That means we have to take it what? What will be the mass of the carbon atom? Suppose the mass one X atom, say we have to take X atom mass is equal to the 12 units of carbon atom or 12 mass of carbon atom. Okay, so we have to compare this with the carbon atom 1/12 of carbon atomic mass. Okay, so next one about, there is one question arise, types of element. There are two types of elements, one is metal and one is non-metal. You learn about this. Also there are one more basic type of elements are here, see, which is known as ions. Now you may get confused that what is ion. Okay, you have not heard about the ion, so you maybe get confused what is ion. So to understand that, first remember I told you about the valency. Suppose like that, for sodium, so sodium, potassium, so what is the atomic number of the sodium? The sodium atomic number is what? So the atomic number of sodium is what? Atomic number 11. The atomic number of sodium is what? 11. We learn about this. Then their electronic configuration will be what? 2.8.1. Last class we discussed about that. So to get the stable condition or to get the noble gas configuration, sodium will do what? Sodium will release this one electron to the another one. Okay, so it is become, as it is releasing, so it will become sodium positive. That means what? In this ion, the number of proton and the number of electrons are not equal. Because why? Sodium has 11 electron and 11 proton. Okay, we know that sodium has 11 electron and 11 proton. So sodium will do what? Sodium will release one electron to get the noble gas electronic configuration to become stable. So sodium, if it release, so there will be number of electron will be what? 10 electron will be there. Okay, but the number of proton remains same, na? That means in this case it is become what? Here the number of proton is more than the number of electron. That means it is become the positive charge positive proton is positive, so positive number is more than the negative one. So it is become sodium positive as it is releasing the atom. Okay, as it is releasing the atom, so it become positive. So that time you cannot compare this with an atom and molecule. You have to say this as a ion. Okay, so what is ion? Ion is what? Ion is the forming of in the form of charge. Okay, that is ion have, it is neither atom nor molecule, it is a charge now. And ions have two quality of charge. One is positive ions and one is negative ions. So negative ions will be what? Sodium will be positive ion because sodium is giving one electron, so number of electron become less than the number of proton, and as the number of proton is more, so it is become positive ion. Now for the fluorine electron is 2.8.7, that is 17, that is here 17 electrons and 17 protons are there, 17 electrons are there and 17 protons are there. As fluorine now accepting one electron from the another atom, so fluorine will get one electron. So there will be 18 electron will be there. There will be 18 electron. So that time the number of proton is 17 and the number of electron is what? 18. That means here the minus negative charge amount is more. So it is become fluorine negative. And this is also an ion which is negative ion. That is the negative ion. Okay. So in the positive ion the number of proton is more, and in the negative ion the number of electron is the more. Okay, this is about the ion. So writing the chemical formula, I have in last class I told you how to write the chemical formula by depending upon their valency, which is the valency is what? Number of electron accepting or gaining is defined as the in terms of number of electron extracting or gaining or losing. Okay, and one more important thing, the atomic mass is written as a U. Okay, suppose you have given say oxygen. What is the atomic mass of oxygen? Oxygen have 2 electrons and oxygen have 8 electrons and 8 protons. So number of atomic mass will be what? So atomic mass will be 8 plus 8. You have to write U. U is the unit. Just like we are writing kilometer, meter, and centimeter, liter, like that. U is also unit. So you will get 16 U, which is the unit of atomic mass. Okay, so atomic mass of oxygen is what? 16 U. So if we are asked suppose you are asked what is the formula atomic mass of oxygen, then you have to, if you said only 16, then your answer will be wrong. You have to use the unit. You have to say 16 U. Okay, that means 16 unit. Then we have one other concept, which is molecular mass and mole concept. So molecular mass is what? See, in the word the answer is lying. Okay, for the atomic mass we have to see the mass of the atom, and for the molecular mass we have to see the mass of the molecule. So molecule is what? When 2 or more atoms of same or different kind are forming, then they are said to be molecule. Okay, and 2 or more atoms are forming, this is called molecule. And when 2 or more different molecules are combining, they will form compound. Okay, suppose that say carbon, this is the carbon. So carbon has, first we have to see how many atoms are there. One is carbon and one is oxygen. This is oxygen, this is carbon. Okay, so if we are asked find the molecular mass of the carbon, then what you can do? First you will see the atomic mass of carbon. So carbon atomic mass is what? 6 proton, 6 electron, so equal to 12 unit. 12 unit. Okay, then atomic mass of oxygen. Now be careful here. I am writing only oxygen, but here is given 2 oxygens. So when you are going to find the atomic mass of oxygen, be careful, because you have to see how many atoms are there. There is only 1 atom, there is only 2 atoms are there, but I am finding the atomic mass of only 1 atom. Okay, so what it will be? It will be for oxygen 16 U, because carbon 12 and oxygen is also 16 U. Now if you are asked find the molecular mass of this molecule, we are asked to find the molecular mass of this molecule, then what we need to do? 12 U plus 12 U is okay, because carbon is 1 there. But how many oxygens are there? There are 2 oxygens. So atomic mass of 1 oxygen 16. So 2 oxygen mass will be multiplied. 2 into 16 U equal to 12 plus 32 U, or you will get 44 U, which is the atomic mass of, which is the molecular mass of the carbon dioxide, and the molecular mass unit is also U. Don't get confused, molecular mass unit is also U. Okay, then next we have, suppose you have given one another to find CH4 or C2H6. Okay, so for the hydrogen, before going to explain about the hydrogen, I have to say something. See here, what is the atomic number of hydrogen? Hydrogen atomic number is what? 1. Okay, that means the hydrogen atomic number is 1, so it will be, electronic configuration will be what? Only 1. Okay, now you can ask me a question that, sir, you have told me that you have told us that the electronic configuration is always like that, 2.8.8. As there is 1 electron, so hydrogen will try to get another electron from the another atom, then it is become what? As it is landing electron, so it will become, it's negative, like that, okay. But we never write hydrogen as a H negative. We write hydrogen as a what? H positive. Now you can ask me, sir, why it is H positive? Because you told me that you will borrow some electron from the others. Listen always. Hydrogen is always considered as a hydronium ion. Okay. Hydrogen is always considered as a hydronium ion. That is, hydrogen is always considered as an acidic ion. Okay. That means hydrogen is always considered as a positive. Though it has one electron, na? So it will do what? It will donate this electron to the other one. Okay. As hydrogen is very small atom. Hydrogen size is very small. It is the hydrogen, na? So hydrogen size is very small. That's why the orbit will be very near to the atom. As the orbit is near to the atom, so here number of proton is what? 1. Number of electron is what? 1. That means, what is the atomic number? Atomic mass will be what? 1 plus 1, 2 unit. Understood? Why it is become 2 unit? Because number of proton and number of electron 1, and moreover the hydrogen is very small elements, and so if it accept the electrons, okay, it cannot bound the electron because the hydrogen is very small element. So proton numbers, the proton and nucleus does not that strength to keep one more electron, so it will release that electron to the another one and it is become H positive. Okay, so that's why hydrogen, though hydrogen have one electron in valence shell, it never accept one more electron from the another one. It just donate because the size of the hydrogen is very much small. Okay, so hydrogen atomic mass we have got what? 2 unit. Okay, now see, suppose we are asked to find the say you have given methane. Say you have given methane, not if say you have given ethane. See, find the atomic molecular mass of the this compound. This is known as ethane. Okay, in class 10 we will learn about this. Okay, so suppose you are asked to say find the molecular mass of this compound, then what you need to do? First see carbon. So how many carbons are there? Now we will do that directly. Okay, we are not going to now elaborately because already I have given one example. So what is the atomic number of carbon? Carbon is there 2 numbers of carbon, so 2 into atomic mass of 1 carbon 12, so 12 plus how many hydrogens are there? 6, so 6 atomic mass of hydrogen 2 equal to unit will be what? U, which is the unit. So 12 into 2, 24 plus 6 into 2, 12 unit, equally we will get 36 units. Okay, which is our required answer. That is, we can find that in this way. This is the molecular mass. Molecular mass is nothing different. It is just the combination of atomic mass. Okay. So next we have molar concept. Compare an equation. Suppose 2H2 plus O2, 2H2O. That means hydrogen, oxygen equal to 2H2O. Okay, there is a equation like that. So clearly you can see that equation, that here hydrogen and oxygens are getting decomposed or getting reaction to form water. In this equation we can see what? The number of atoms or the molecule taking part in the reaction. Here the atoms and molecules, whatever we have, they are take part in the reaction. Okay, but we are calculating there in terms of mass. Okay, which is not so much appropriate. Okay, because there are number of atoms and molecules are performing here, and we are calculating their atomic mass in terms of atomic mass, which is not so much accurate. Okay, so to overcome that, there is a one formulas are there. So that is what, there is a new units are there, and that unit are known as mole. Okay, this is known as mole. What is mole? Now you can ask me, what is mole? So mole is what? It is the this is an experimentally obtained value. Okay, mole is what? It is an experimentally obtained value which is introduced by in scientist, Italian scientist named Emilio Avogadro. This molar concept was introduced by an Italian scientist whose name is what? Emilio Avogadro, and in his honor we keep that 1 mole. That is 1 mole is always equal to what? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecule, 23 in number. Okay, that means now you can ask me what is 1 mole. So 1 mole is nothing but it is a unit. Okay, suppose 1 dozen. 1 dozen equal to how many units? 12 units. Then say you have given 1 gross. 1 gross equal to 144 numbers. That is how many numbers are there in 1 gross? 144. In 1 dozen, how many numbers are there? 12 numbers are there. Say you are asking that give me 1 dozen pen, then you will get 12 pens. Okay. Similarly, to calculate this equation, to calculate the number of atoms are participating in an equation, there is a new unit which is known as mole, which is given by the Emilio Avogadro, and he did some experiment, and in an experiment he got this value that 1 mole is always equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 in number. That is 1 mole represent 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 amount of substance what we are using, what we are taking as an atom. Okay, so this in this honor that number is also known as what? Avogadro's number. Okay, so depending upon that there are some maths are also there. See how to do it. See, we have given find the molar unit or find the moles of the following 52 gram of helium. That is, we are also find how many moles are there, that is how many units are there. Okay, don't get panic, very easy. Always remember what is the atomic number. What is the atomic number is there na? Atomic number of an atom represent 1 mole. Always remember atomic number of an atom represent always atomic mass of an atom is always represent 1 mole. That means helium atomic mass will be what? 4. Okay, so now see we are learning about what? That we can 52 gram is there. It is 52 gram is there na? So this time we are not going to write as a 4 unit, that is 4u. As it is gram is there, so we will write this in terms of gram, that means 4 gram. Okay, so don't get confused about this. As it is given atomic mass of helium is what? 4 unit. So molar mass of helium, we are suppose first writing 4 unit, therefore the molar mass of helium 4 gram. Okay, very simple. First you have to get the atomic mass. Atomic mass is 4 unit. Then molar mass will be what? Representation of atomic mass. So atomic mass 4 unit. So molar mass 4 gram. If the atomic mass 7 unit, then the molar mass will be 4 gram. Okay, that means 1 mole equal to 4 gram. Suppose the atomic mass given for the oxygen 16 unit na. So that 1 mole equal to 16 gram you can write as a gram unit. Okay, so molar mass as you can write 16 gram. So atomic mass given 4 unit or molar mass given 4 gram. Okay, now what is the given? 52 gram of helium. So you can write as a what? We are also find a mole na. So 4 gram equal to what you can write? 4 gram equal to 1 mole. 4 gram equal to 1 mole. We are going to apply unitary method. Okay, 4 gram equal to 1 mole. Therefore, very easy. 1 gram equal to 1 by 4 mole. Don't get confused. Mole is just a unit, nothing more than that. Now, how many gram we have given? 52 gram. So 4 gram of helium. You have to write 4 gram of helium. 4 gram of helium. So 52 gram of helium equal to simply multiplying 52 by 4 mole. That means 13 mole, which is our required answer. Okay. Suppose now you are asking how many numbers of helium atoms are there, then simply 1 mole equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number. So 13 mole equal to what? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into 13. Okay, so this is very easy. So in this way we have to do the maths which are related to the gram atomic mass and molar mass. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, thank you.